Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to another entry, which is a little off from my usual. Well, I think at this point, this is just where we're at. I'd like to mix it up every now and then, but this is for another horror movie of sorts, but not too old, from 2017, but not even from this country. This one is from Japan, which is for the film One Cut of the Dead. Now, first off, this is one of those rare occasions where I'm going to split this into two parts, a non-spoiler part here at the beginning and a kind of spoiler part toward the end. Now, this is mainly because when I first saw this film, I had no idea what it was. All I knew was that it was a zombie film from Japan, which was about a zombie outbreak happening while they are filming a zombie horror film. But I had no idea of the three-act kind of structure that they had lined up for this one. So in a nutshell, for those new or non-spoiler info, this one is about a group of filmmakers in Japan going to a remote, shut-down water treatment plant to film a zombie movie. But as they film, and they're having some issues getting the film completed, a real zombie outbreak happens. Panic ensues, crazy panic, and yet the director is still kind of trying to get shot after shot of these zombies, and he's freaking out. Just seems to be just losing his mind. Now, during this initial portion of the film, one thing you have to know is that you may notice some strange pauses and these stretches of silence. These reactions that seem kind of muted at first and then kind of out of nowhere, like you don't know why they are suddenly pausing and then having this strange reaction. It's hard to even know what's going on at times because we have the fake zombies for this movie that they're filming versus the real zombies. Then there will just suddenly be some end credits when they wrap it up after about 30 minutes. But stick with it. The reason is that your initial thoughts during that first 30 minutes will likely be like mine. I don't know what the hell I just watched. I don't know what I'm currently watching, at least. This is very stupid. Why are there end credits? This is a horrible thing, and why are there end credits saying that it's over at this point if this movie's about an hour and a half long? But like I said, stick with it, because you will have two other acts in the film which kind of explain everything from that first act. It will make sense and should be a lot more fun and more than worth checking out. And speaking of checking out part, but let's hang on just 1 second here. So first off, this one is currently available on Shudder as well as AMC Plus. So check it out if you want to check out this weird Japanese zombie horror movie that is a bit different from other ones that you may have seen. But anyways, for those who have seen it, or for those of you who don't really care about spoilers, I have some more info for you. So, here's your little spoiler warning to click off of this now and maybe come back after you've seen the film, or if you're really not too concerned about spoilers and just want to know about the film, go ahead and stick around. Okay. Anyways, as for what I really enjoyed about this one, why I wanted to make a video about it was because this three-act setting works so well with the way that they kind of plan this movie. So we get this crazy and silly beginning, and I loved it. It was very bizarre. It seemed very cheesy, bad acting, some bad effects. The pacing was all off. It was just complete nonsense. And I really loved that upon rewatch, or even after that first time that I watched it, when I was thinking back on what that first 30 minutes was like. Now then we get those end credits, and that second act really served well as a way to start filling us in, not just on the fact that we are seeing this pre-production of what that movie was, but seeing more about this director, those involved in the film in other ways, and stuff about his daughter, and that this is going to be a live zombie film that they're going to try to broadcast. And then we get to that third act, and this is the one that ties it all together, which I feel really makes this one shine. Seeing that 30 minutes that we saw from the first part of the film, but now from another angle, and knowing who's involved, such as we get the guy with some weird digestive issues, and so we get to understand why he was acting a certain way at the beginning, this alcoholic guy that seemed really out of it the entire time, and even this pop star guy who seems to be acting kind of strange. And we get to see from this other point of view why the movie ended up the way that it was, and there is a lot of comedy here. This is where it just turns just absolute crazy comedy. This live TV aspect, this panic as they scramble around trying to make this work and not fall apart was so much fun that by the end, that callback, we also get that callback to the director's daughter remembering being held on her father's shoulder when she was a little kid holding up a camera as they try to get this human pyramid set up to get this crane shot since their crane was damaged. It was just really excellent stuff. Now, this is a short one. It's quick, it's to the point. It's kind of slow in the beginning and especially in the middle because you come across from all this crazy stuff at the beginning, all this zombie panic, to just kind of like a regular movie in the middle, showing what this production is like. But especially on rewatch, you know, I really ended up appreciating it a lot more because I can't imagine what it was like trying to even get this story straight and trying to pitch it. How do you plan this shoot when it comes to the writing and the planning of the shoot and trying to execute it, get everything from the right angles, and then edit it all together? It's really a lot of fun. Now, I know that there was a sequel created called One Cut of the Dead spinoff. Currently, I'm not able to find it anywhere on streaming or on disc in this country yet. I'll keep looking for it, see if I can come across it, because if they're making a sequel, I'm interested to see what they do. And I know that there was also a remake of this that was all done in English, and, you know, I watched the trailer for it, but personally, I just wasn't really interested in seeing a remake because there wasn't anything from this film that I felt could be done better or would really benefit from simply switching it to English. Because while this is subtitled, it also has an English track available if needed. But like I said earlier, this one is on Shudder and AMC Plus, but I actually scooped it up on Blu-ray, and this was actually from Walmart of all places. They seem like they're kind of doing an okay job kind of having some other titles available there. They don't have a big collection, but they do have a lot more than, say, places like Target, which seems to have really scaled back, and of course much better than Best Buy, who dropped out of the Blu-ray and DVD, you know, business earlier this year. So our places to shop in person are dwindling, which is why I always try to buy local whenever I can, even if it's at a big box place like Walmart. But anyways, it's also on Shudder if you haven't seen it, and if you've stuck around to the end of this video, despite me stating that there are some spoilers about that 3-act aspect, because I always feel that with this film, going in blind the way that I did really made so much more of it very surprising. But anyways, if you're interested, hop onto Shudder or AMC Plus. You can sign up for a trial if you don't currently have those and check it out if interested. Other than that, that's about all I got for this one, so thanks for coming by for this entry. And if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not currently subscribed, consider subscribing and hitting that little bell icon to get notifications for when I put up new content, which is usually 1 to 3 times a week. Anyways, thanks for coming by, and I will see you in the next one.